It can be hard to let go, but clinging too closely to ideas, things, or people is the source of all pain. In this vinyasa flow, we will use the breath to illustrate the necessity of letting go. Hi, I'm Melissa and welcome to Healing Haus Yoga. If you're new here, take a second and subscribe to the channel down below. It really is an excellent way to bring our little community together and ensure the future of free yoga. As humans, we want to take it all in. Every experience, idea, object, etc. And that's great because we're here to live life. But it's the clinging to these things that can make life so painful sometimes. I like to use the breath to illustrate this point. So go ahead and take in a deep, deep breath. Fill all the way up. It feels amazing, doesn't it? Now hold it. Keep holding it. You just go right on ahead and keep holding that breath. And pretty soon, it's going to stop feeling so good. It's going to start to hurt and you have to let it go. Go ahead, let it go, breathe. Breathe, I want you to breathe. But you can kind of see the point. When they stop serving us, it becomes toxic to hold on. And just like the breath, we have to let it go in order to keep on going. So go ahead, take things in, enjoy them to their fullest, but be just as ready to let them go so you can take on the next thing. In this vinyasa flow, we will bring motion and breath together, using the two to create a moving meditation on remaining present. Feel free to grab a few props, maybe blocks, a blanket, bolster, or even a strap. And when you're ready, I'll see you on the mat. We are going to begin this practice in an easy seat, so making your way onto your mat and finding a comfortable cross-legged pose. Option to bring a blanket along with you, place underneath your hips for support, and resting the hands gently on the thighs. Maybe allow the eyes to close. Just starting to notice your breath without any judgment or trying to tell a story. Noticing where we are and how we feel. Whatever emotional state we're in, whether that's calm, collected, happy, sad, angry, just allow yourself to be there. Acknowledge and accept yourself just the way that you are. The breath just as it comes. With an inhale, fill all the way up. Exhaling, let the breath go and let any emotions that don't serve you go. Happiness is a choice and we get to write our own story. So with an inhale, take in those things that will do you well. And exhaling out everything that doesn't. Clinging or grasping or hanging on to things is the source of unhappiness. When we hold on to emotions or events, they can become toxic. And a perfect example of this is the breath. Using the breath as a metaphor, while The inhale serves a purpose, just as any negative emotion serves a purpose. If we hold on to it too long, it becomes toxic, we'll pass out. You need to let it go. So inhaling and accepting how you are. And then exhaling, letting go of whatever you need to let go of. Just moving through a few rounds of deep breath here. Mentally noting what you need and taking that in. And knowing what you don't and letting that go. Warming up the spine, the cervical spine to be specific. We'll find a few neck rolls here. Inhaling, open the throat, allow the head to release backwards. And exhaling, right ear to right shoulder, chin to chest. Inhaling, left ear, left shoulder, and head rolls back. Just continuing on at your own pace, moving with your breath. Finding your fullest range of motion, but being mindful of any limitations in the neck. And then switching directions whenever you're ready. And the next inhale, finding stillness and a level gaze. Then changing the cross of your legs, putting the other foot in front. We'll find a seated twist. So inhaling, reach arms up and overhead. And exhaling, twist to the right. The right hand comes just behind the sacrum and the left hand coming to the knee. And sit up tall with the next inhale, find length. And exhaling, twist a little bit deeper. Taking a few rounds of breath here on your own. Finding length with each inhale. And release with each exhale. Maybe your gaze finds its way over that right shoulder. Inhaling, come back to center. Arms reach out and overhead. And then exhaling, twisting left. Left hand comes just behind the sacrum and the right hand comes to the left knee. Finding length with the next inhale. And release with the exhale. Maybe your gaze finds its way over the left shoulder. And inhaling, come back to center. And we'll make our way into tabletop for a cat-cow. Coming on hands to knees. You can keep the blanket with you if you want to use it to pad your knees, or otherwise setting it aside. Inhaling, arch the spine, lift the gaze. Allow the belly to release. Exhaling, dome the spine, release the head. Palms press into the mat and belly pulls into the spine. Inhale, lift and open. Exhaling, dome and release. And continuing on at your own pace. Allowing yourself any motion that feels good to you, maybe making C shapes side to side, bringing shoulders and hips together. Maybe creating some deep hip circles. Just whatever feels good to you. And finding stillness. And we'll make our way into downward facing dog. Gaze shifts towards the fingertips and step to the top edge of your mat. Forward fold. Maybe clasping opposite elbows here and finding a gentle sway. On the next inhale, hands release to the mat and lifting halfway, bringing the spine parallel to the floor. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach arms out and overhead. And exhaling, hands to heart center. Inhale, find length. Exhale, fold. Plant the palms and step the right foot back for warrior two. Inhaling as you rise. Now during this little sequence that we are about to do, we will be moving into half moon. So you may want to take a moment and gather either your blocks or a chair to provide you with some stability when we make our way into half moon. I'll give you a moment to gather those to you if you like. Finding warrior two. Wrists hover over ankles, deep bend in the front knee. Back foot is parallel with the back edge of the mat. Find an inhale and roll the shoulders up into the ears, and then exhaling, knit the shoulder blades down the back. Feel for a tractioning of the inner thighs as though you're almost trying to drag your legs together without actually moving them. This works the glutes, quads, even the calves. Checking in with your front leg, making sure that the front knee is tractioning directly over the toes. Sometimes the leg wants to come to the inside edge. You want to gently guide that out laterally until it's in line with the toes. You should be able to see the big toe of your front foot. And setting up for triangle on an inhale, begin to straighten the front leg. You may want to shorten your stance here just a couple inches. Engaging the front quad, lift the front kneecap so it doesn't lock out the knee. And with an exhale, we'll press the hips back as we reach the front fingertips forward. When you find that pinnacle where you can reach no farther, allow the left hand to release to the thigh, the shin, a block, or maybe even the floor. Right fingertips go towards the ceiling. And the chest is open. Hips press forward and shoulders pull back, bringing the two into a single plane. can be towards the right fingertips or directly out in front of you. Whatever feels best for your neck. Then moving into half moon. We'll rotate the torso to frame the front foot, leaving our legs how they are, and finding your blocks or the chair in front of you so that you have stability. With an inhale, we'll press into the front foot and lift the back leg. The hands will come just a few inches in front of your front foot and just to the outside. So you can stay here with the chest facing down and hips are more coming to a squareness. Or if you feel stable, you can begin to open the hip and open the chest by reaching right fingertips tall. Reaching through the heel of the elevated foot. Core is strong. Deep, full breaths. Inhale. Exhale, release the right hand, square the back hip, and allow the back foot to float down to the mat. Inhaling, find warrior two. Wrists hover over ankles. Then exhaling, windmill the hands down to the mat. Step the front foot back to plank and flow. Your choice of vinyasa. Meeting up in down dog, maybe finding a little bit of motion here. Pedaling your feet, shaking your head, yes or no. Finding a smile on your face. And coming into stillness, we'll step the right foot forward for warrior two. Inhaling as we rise. Taking a moment to gather your props to you as we make our way through this standing sequence. Settling into warrior two. Maybe find a little bit deeper bend in the front knee. Challenging our strength here. And checking in with that front knee, making sure we have proper knee to toe alignment. Shoulder blades knit down the back. Full breath. And setting up for triangle, inhale, begin to straighten the front leg. Then as you exhale, press the hips back as you reach the right fingertips forward. When you find your pinnacle, allow the front hand to release to a block, your thigh, calf, maybe even the mat. Press the hips forward as you peel the left shoulder back. Setting up for half moon. Inhale. Exhale, allow the left hand to release. Turning our torso to face our front leg. We'll bring our blocks just a few inches in front and to the outside of our front foot. And inhaling, press into the front leg, extending the back leg, bringing it parallel with the mat. You can keep the shoulders and hips square, or if you're feeling secure, begin to open them, reaching the left fingertips towards the ceiling. Deep, full breaths. Inhale. Exhale, allow the left hand to release, framing the front foot, and the back leg floats down to the mat, finding your warrior two footing once more. Inhaling, wrists over ankles. Exhaling, windmill the hands down to the mat. Your choice of vinyasa. Meeting up in downward facing dog. Finding some motion in your down dog, paddling your feet. Head hangs heavy, find that smile. Sometimes balancing postures can be a bit intense, and we take them pretty seriously. Letting go of that intensity and that need to get it right. Find the smile. Be playful with yourself. Then releasing down. And all meeting up in child's pose. And if coming this deep into your knees, child's pose does not work for you, finding a seated posture with knees wide, and then allowing yourself to find a forward fold. And finding your final rest. Taking any posture that feels good to you in your body, but allows you to rest for the next several minutes in stillness. I will mind the time while you enjoy the stillness. And I will let you know when it's time to release them. Begin to bring awareness back into your body. Finding motion in your fingers and your toes. Maybe finding a full body stretch with your next inhale if it feels right to you. And then exhaling, make your way onto your side, keeping the eyes closed. And taking just the last few moments to gather up the joy, the stillness, the choices that we've made in our practice today, so that we can carry them with us throughout the rest of our week, to draw on as a source of strength should we find ourselves challenged. And pressing into your palms, make your way into an easy seat. Finding a gentle cross-legged pose. And inhaling, reach arms out and overhead. Exhaling, hands to heart center. The light in me honors and acknowledges the light in each and every one of you. Together we say, Namaste. Thanks so much for practicing with me today. I really enjoyed that. Teaching is one of my greatest joys, and being here with you is just so amazing. If you found value in today's video, please take a second and give it a thumbs up. It really does help me serve you best. Or if you prefer, you can drop us a comment or check us out at our website at healinghouseyoga.com. I had a wonderful time, and I can't wait to see you again. Until next time, be well.